It is no surprise that David Carroll would turn around and defend Donald Sterling. It is no surprise because we already know how this guy ticks and how he operates. But he always tried to tell me and brush me to the side as if I'm not mentally qualified to debate him. And I find it kind of fascinating because I don't see where anybody would have to have an IQ to debate you. Because the things that you say are so out of bounds that it doesn't take some type of educated, sophisticated long words to deal you a blow at any given moment. But just like that old friend of yours, Tommy Sotomayor, today you will take a fall. Me and people like me and people like my subscribers was detrimental in bringing down Tommy Sotomayor to the point where he had to turn around and change his whole way of receiving his comments. And today, I have to say this. David Carroll, your end is on its way too. You are on your way out because many brothers and sisters are waking up to consciousness once again. And I told people that in my video called The Rise of the Conscious Brothers. Because we are waking up to the propaganda and lies. And I have to say this today, David Carroll. This video is the beginning of your downfall. Because today, I'm going to prove once and for all to all black people and anybody that knows of you and even your followers that you are full of shenanigans. So let this process begin. Because I told you that the conscious brothers and sisters was coming back to claim what you guys have stole. Time is up, and we tired of you buffoons running through YouTube, lying and making us look bad and making it harder for black people to achieve the things that they want to achieve because black people like you are in the way of the true movement. So you left us with no other choice but to get rid of you, debunk you, defeat you, and ultimately destroy you. So let this process begin, and let's see the lies of David Carroll, and let's see what he's saying about the things when it comes to this particular story, when it comes to the owner of the LA Clippers. He said that there is no evidence that Donald Sterling is a racist. He even goes on to challenge black people to prove this to him. I found this fascinating because I knew it would be too easy to prove my point. So therefore, I'm going to eat David Carroll for dinner and spit out the bones. Because he thinks that a young man can't muster the challenge. But I disagree with that. Because I don't feel that age makes a difference. Because you can be 50 years old and be unwise. You can be old at 60 and still not be wise. I think it's all about your education and what you've been taught that makes you wise. And the fact that he is a very unhumble individual. As you know, David Carroll is very unhumble. He thinks he's smarter than everybody. And that is something that I don't claim to be. I am a student of truth. And I will forever be a student of truth because no man can learn everything. In 12, 20 lifetimes, you will never, ever know everything. And I know this, and I am very aware of this. And this is what separates me from David Carroll. So let's get to the original story. Let me lay out my proof and let me lay out the outlinings of his grave. In 2009, he was sued in a wrongful determination from a brother by the name of Baylor. He said that Donald Sterling told him that it's his dream that he would have a white Southern coach coaching poor black players. Now listen to this. This owner of the LA Clippers wanted a white Southern racist coach to coach his team and to be coaching what he called poor black players. But according to David Carroll, this is no indication that he is racist. But then again, he's caught up in the middle of a wrongful determination lawsuit in 2009. Well, let's go on to the next story. In 2006, the Department of Justice brought in housing discrimination charges against him, where he lost, and the people was awarded, according to this letter, $2.75 million. And the reason why he did not want to rent to black people, his excuse was that he felt that they stunk. He said they smell and they very unclean. This is the reason why I don't want to rent to black people. And he even goes on further to even disrespect the Hispanics. He said neither do I want to rent to the Hispanics because they do nothing but smoke and drink all day. But according to David Carroll, these are no indications that Donald Sterling is a racist. Now, to even go on even further, in 1983, an incident by one of his colleagues, was named Rolly Massino, said that Donald Sterling used the N-word, that he literally said the N-word. But according to David Carroll, if a person calls a person the N-word, I guess they're not considered to be a racist. See, David Carroll, you really messed up when you made this video. If I was you, I wouldn't have made this video and made the outrageous claims that you made, because you're really making yourself look ignorant when it comes to this particular video. I had the utmost respect for you, but I'm starting to see that you really don't know too much about what you're talking about. And another thing I learned about you, you don't go really deep into your studies like I do. I go and study. Because if you would have studied, ain't no way in the world you would have made this video. Because there's too many indications and too many red flags when it comes to Donald Sterling being a racist. That how could you even debunk that? It's impossible. But see, David Carroll, this is where your end begins. We got one out, and now the big dog has to fall, and that's you, because your lies are becoming clear. We're starting to wake up, and we started to realize that people like you are merely out to hurt their own people. You don't care about black people no more than Donald Sterling does. You have tricked black people into supporting you, and I know how you done it. I have to give you master points in that. A master of delusions. That's what I call you. A brainwasher. You use the very brainwashing methods of America and your white Caucasian daddy on black people. But today is where your fall begins. And I'm so happy to say that it's going to come a time when this old dog is going to get put to rest. Because your lies are starting to come clear. And the veil is coming off. And that way we can go ahead and see what's really under the veil. And what I see so far, David Caroll, is under your veil is a box of lies. Like, subscribe, one love.